All right. First of all, looking back at the crash, obviously, you were kind of on the top side. Looked like you might have got loose underneath you. What did you kind of feel in the car?
Like the 52 got loose?
Yeah,
the 52 got loose and owes me, so that sucks.
And looking back, at the track, you had a pretty fast race car tonight. We're climbing up the field a little bit. Tell me, what you thought about how the track handled tonight.
Yeah, I feel like we were firing off a little bit free, but every run, I feel like it was kind of coming to us. So I was trying to just be really smart and somewhat conservative. Probably could have been a little bit more aggressive at times. But I thought we were going to have a pretty solid night. I feel like we were going to stay in it and be there at the end. So.
I was talking to some of the veterans. They were talking about how the PJ looked like it was put lower on the track this year than in previous years. Did you kind of sense that it was a little lower than normal, or what?
For some reason, I thought it was put a little bit lower, but I'm not sure. Maybe, I honestly don't know. I'm probably not the best person to ask that, but I did think it was a little bit lower. But don't ask me, honestly.
It's all right. And then just kind of overall rest of the season outlook, what's the plans going forward? What's kind of the mindset now as we get into these warmer months?
Yeah, just keep improving. I feel like I've, gotten a little bit better every race. Just execution hasn't been there, results haven't been there. So I got to start putting everything together.
Corey, first of all, congratulations on a good finish tonight. I heard you talking on the radio a little bit, having some tire issues there on the restart. Tell me what was going on.
Yeah, I think it was just more myself and induced than anything. Used to having a lot of grip here on restarts, and I've always kind of done first gear restarts here, and always gotten out of the box good. But for whatever reason, I just couldn't really get the grip down today. So I tried second gear in the last start, and it was not any better. So I don't know if it was my fault for not prepping the tires correctly or what, but just really struggled to fire off in the box. And once we got going, I felt like I was a little too tight there. So I can't complain with the top three, a couple stage points along the way. Obviously had some issues in stage one, so got a little behind there, but I guess not a bad day all in all.
We're able to work a couple of the groups tonight, particularly a lot of guys found some speed on the high side. Is that good setup or just the way the track was going tonight?
Yeah, I feel like you had to be free enough to be up there. I felt like we were okay in 3 and 4 up there, but 1 and 2 it was only like the really, really good guys or guys that were, watch your step there, guys that were on the free side could make it work. So certainly wasn't us tonight. I felt like we were pretty tight throughout the race, just getting behind there early. So it's cool to see this place move around. If you asked me before the race, I would have said that it would have been buried on the bottom with no other option the whole time, but it seemed like we could make some other grooves work, which was good.
Thanks, Corey. All right, Parker, first start since Daytona here at Bristol. What was the preparation leading up to this one like?
We just cut back the drinking from 7 days. No, I'm kidding. So preparation, same as we always do with Chris and Henderson's in terms of we start talking weeks ahead of the time on races because it's kind of our cadence is, spreading races out by weeks at a time. And it's just sort of talking and figuring out, looking at notes and then, hoping that we chose right. And I lean heavily on Chris, I'll be honest, at this deal. And it's funny because this place, we've I think 50% of our races we were in the top 5, and the other 50% is 14th or worse. So we hit or miss big time. But tonight was one of those misses for sure. And I don't think it was a lack of preparation or anything. It's 40 degrees, and we've used the last couple of years we've raced here in the summertime at 90 degrees. So it's just it was a different racetrack, a different feel and vibe, and we just we got to work on some things.
Well, it's a feast or famine track and a feast or famine kind of sport. Tonight, I was talking to Kyle Larson a little bit ago. He said he didn't think they put the PJ up as high as they normally do here. Did you notice that too?
I don't know if that was it, but I'm sure the rain had something to do with that, right? I noticed, if you wanted to use the PJ1, you had to have your left front on the yellow or below. So that was hard. We were really tight all night, so it was really difficult for us. And something like what he's talking about is in 3 and 4, you could normally, in years past the PJ1, sort of diamond with your left sides in the PJ1. You couldn't do that tonight. You just get super tight. So you either had to run all the way up top or right on the yellow line. So I don't know if that's really application based or more that they applied it yesterday morning and it rained for 15 hours.
That's fair. And looking, I heard you talking a little bit ago about the summer. Can you talk about just how much you're looking forward to that? Maybe, what the plans are?
Yeah, man. We're going to go to Rockingham next. And we've got 7 or 8 races, through this whole season, counting Daytona. And we want to go get our checkered flag. That's the goal. So we've never won as early as we have when we won Daytona. So I've told this whole team, now we can do something we've never done, which is win 2 in a year. And I would really like to make that happen.
My Place Hotels is proud to be the official hotel partner of Frontstretch. With plush beds, in-room kitchens, and pet-friendly hotels, My Place makes for the perfect pit stop when traveling. Frontstretch fans can use promo code Frontstretch to save 10% on your stay at any of our nationwide properties. Sign up for our Stay Rewarded program to get even more savings. With My Place Hotels, don't just stay, stay rewarded.
Steven Stump of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.